Okay. I mean, I guess we'll just start at the top. A howl splits the air and reverberates through your guts, the entire length of your guts. A massive black dog or something that was once a dog, or perhaps something that was never a dog, stalks out of an alleyway and opens its mouth to reveal an entire Expo Center knife show's worth of fangs. Thank you for the head pats and the hydrate, Val. You're a sweetheart. I appreciate it. Yeah, we accept the gift. You pat the beast's head, it licks your face. All is right. Chad, I think we might be like mildly evil. It is both a tragedy and an opportunity. We collect some popcorn. Hell yeah. You want to join this extremely violent dance? Oh, you know I do. We got moshers. Evil, evil moshers. Mad maniacs, pyromaniacs, and Franabelle the maniacal doll. This game is so fucking stupid. I love it. I'm gonna cook this guy's brain. Or that girl's brain. This guy, I'm gonna stove his head in with an ice axe. Bonk. We got government cheese. And Cutie Betsy the maniacal doll. We got another familiar. Finally, a knife-wielding maniac on our side. She attacks enemies and causes them to bleed. Sadly, her stats are terrible because we only just now got her. No, this is a repeatable fight. Boo. A hot pile of bug diggings. Okay. A movement catches the corner eye and you turn to see several tall, long-limbed figures gliding towards you. They twist and twirl as gracefully as ballerinas as they approach. This beauty is contradicted by their heads, which are indescribable shadows. And I'm not using indescribable as a horror cop-out. I'm literally uncertain about what's going on in their head area. They have like a winged collar or maybe side horns, but I think that's a mouth on it? I don't know. Fight them and see for yourself, it's weird. We reveal ourselves. They understand, they leap into you and vanish. They are home. We're literally turning into a Cthulhu monster, and that's okay, chat. It's an ordinary phone booth. We ignore it. Is ghost. Ha! Geistbot knows. Diabolical machine goes about its sinister business. We approach it. So this is the pylon thing you mentioned, Murray. I never saw a diagram or what have you, but looking at it, I think that's a pretty safe assumption. When do we summon a Voozle? I don't know. We need like cursed kazoos or something. And I just have to destroy it. And the other two, but yes. Destroying them should cut off the majority of the power to the president's machine and presumably unseal the Black House. Easier said than done though, and the thing's made of pure Umbratanium alloy. Pure what now? Shadow metal. Gotcha. Well, I mean... yeah. A strange metal pillar thrums, fulfilling its terrible, terrible purpose. If you're not totally out of ideas, there's a really terrible one on the house. Could you just try punching it with your fists until it stops working? There's so much in there, so rich, so powerful. You want it, and it's yours already. We, of course, are going to drink the shadow. You open all of your mouths and drink greedily of the pillar's flow. The container objects, but the flow overrules it. This is yours now, and it always has been. We've absorbed a tremendous amount of shadow energy. It is so good. All of our mouths, plural. Like I said, we're turning into a Cthulhu monster. Oh god, it's the IRS. That's that strange ring. Good, he's up. Do you like to play with matches, caller? Sure, we all do. This is not the one. I understand, Albert. No, I want this telephone. Then I will get it for you. Hey, wait! Dang it. A bit of rubble, and it is sad. We comfort it. The brick is afraid its best days are behind it. You allay and collect its fears. Eldritch Mist. The local branch of the IRS is looking pretty run down. You'd think they'd have plenty of funds for upkeep. Maybe that isn't how this works. Door won't budge. It's probably just as well. You hate paying taxes. This tree is dead and cold, like a cold, dead hand. You find the crumbled foundation of what was once a towering obsidian pillar. We talk to it. It becomes clear to you that this rock was pretty frightening even before the entire area became terrifying, blighted ruins. Maybe the old government was just as scary as the new one. It really makes you think. You stop thinking, though, when a spooky mist gathers around you and drifts into your pocket. The prison doesn't seem to have a very good security. The door isn't even locked. Also, there's another phone. Hello? It's for you. That isn't him. I'm there in his house now. I'm there with him. This is not him. I'll burn the telephone then. Stop doing that. These telephones are expensive. Some prisoners must have discarded their hat here when they were released. We got a prison hat. Wonderful. Hey, buddy. Small wonder they kicked this guy out of the cell blocks. I'm swell. Fwee honk. I'm Crimsley. Jim Crimsley. Nice, sounds. Thanks. Takes a lot of practice to get good at the honk monica. Of course, all I got is time. Any chance you want to part with that honky horn? And go back to playing just harmonica? Well, I'll swap it to you for a cracker. Just a cracker. Are you that hungry? Oh, you're new. It ain't my job to show the fish the ropes. Go ask Tetley in 1A. He shows ropes to fish? That's a weird job. Guess I can't think of anything to ask you. See you around. What the? This game. This guy looks a little shady, you know, comparatively. I am swell. Hey, I'm Tetley. You want to buy a cracker? You're selling crackers. How much? 300 meat. For a cracker? Your crackers. New around here, huh? Look, crackers are what we call gift certificates to the prison chiropractor. We use them as currency. Oh, that makes sense, I guess. Tetley fans out a handful of gift certificates and waves them at you. So, want to buy a cracker? Yeah, we buy a cracker. Interest you in another? No, but is it true you show ropes to fish? What? Where'd you hear that? Who's the dirty rattlebox that's been spreading filthy rumors about me? It was Jim Crimsley. Crimsley, eh? Well, if I get my hands on him, I'll pay someone else to get their hands on him. Alright, we don't need another cracker. Alright, part with your honky horn. Here you go. Deal's a deal. We got a super honky horn. Deals your moxie and physical damage to all enemies and raises your team's stat by 3. Ooh. I think that's actually just a better version of the creepy music box. It absolutely is. Nice. I think I prefer physical damage to spooky damage. Well, I don't know. The buff for the party is pretty solid though. Oh my god, this place is gonna be just a horror show of talking with people, isn't it? This cell just has bones in it. They must have committed a bone crime. Is that a knife? This guy's practicing the most dangerous and therefore best kind of juggling. Hi, I'm swell. I'm Lewis. Want to sell me that shiv? Let's swap it to you for a pack of cigs. Alright, where do you get cigarettes in here? You can't. You have to be able to leave and go to a real store. Ah, I see. Okay. This guy's ignoring me. Stark-haired woman glares at you while twirling a sharpened toothbrush in her finger. Her eyelid twitches as she draws a line across her throat with a toothbrush and makes a sharp get lost gesture. The prisoner in this cell just stares dead-eyed. I'm swell. How's it going? What are you in for? You okay, bud? We keep trying. How's the food? Getting along with the other prisoners? Just off in your own little world, huh? Guess everyone has their own coping strategies. You know, I met a librarian I think you'd get along with. Guy named Ted, real quiet, not a single giant eyeball for a head. I'm coming for you, not her. Okay, nice chatting, bye. What? Looks like you found the source of the whistling. Hi, I'm Swell. I'm Mitch. You're a pretty good whistler. Thanks, been practicing ever since I swapped my harmonica to Crimsley. What'd you get in return? A can of stash wax. We need the stash wax, chat. Okay. Can you teach me to whistle? I can exchange for a cracker. All right. Let us go acquire another cracker. I'm probably gonna buy a couple of them. Here, I'll get like 3. Wait, no, he was in 3. That's right. All right, whistly man. Teach me to whistle. Here you go. Great, it's pretty easy. You just put your lips together, murder a guy for sleeping with your car, and get sentenced to life in prison and blow. Can I skip the middle bit? Sure, I guess, but that's what worked for me. We got a perk, Expert Whistler. You're really good at whistling Dixie, and I'm not lying, and we also got a mouth cork to prevent ourselves from whistling. What's the cork for? In case you want to stop. Okay, thanks. Okay, so we're not just whistling all the time, which I'm thankful for. Nope, go back in there. Let's check out cell block 2. This guy must be Wilmer. Hi there, I'm Swell. How's it going, Swell? I'm Wilmer. Can't think of anything to ask you. Okay. This prisoner is, I'm Swell. Nice to meet you, I'm Donna. What are you doing here? Levitating an orange? Oh, telekinesis, I can do a little of that. What I'm doing is a bit more general purpose. Well, color me intrigued. Hey, Charlie Chilling, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're going okay today. I hope Final Fantasy V was kind to you. Tell me more about your hovering orange. Well, since it's so boring in here, I've been exercising my imagination, and it turns out if you get really good at imagining things, you can trick your brain into believing they're real. And if you really get really good at that, you can make them actually real. Oh, geez. Wait, so why are you still in jail cell? Well, these bars suddenly disappearing is a little harder to imagine than a floating orange. Machiru, thank you very much. That is incredibly kind. I appreciate it. You're a sweetheart. Can you teach me your imagination thing? I imagine so, but this kind of power is potentially dangerous and therefore valuable. Sure, of course. But you seem okay. I'll teach you in exchange for a cracker. Great. We got a Daydream Believer. I see what you're doing here, game. If you get bored enough, you can change reality just by being really bored at it. Thanks, now I have to find an orange. It works on other things too. Apples? Whoa, whoa, don't aim too high there. Okay. All right. And I have to deliver music to the dwarf because she is getting ready to go and do theater stuff right now. So I will be back in a couple minutes. Okay. We're back. I apologize for that. There we go. Back to video games. Thank you for the welcome back, Michi. Final Fantasy V is going well. Hell yeah. And yes, Final Fantasy V is pretty long. But, I don't know, it's fun. Wilmer nods at you smugly. Hey, Wilmer, what's up, swell? Alright, he's got nothing. It's unclear how this guy could be cooking food to sell, but that does seem to be what he's doing. Hi there, I'm Swell. Hi, I'm Lumford. What are you cooking? Yeah. Wanna sell me that spatula? Not really, but I do need a box of coffin nails. Cigarettes? Yeah, to help match the flavor of whatever this is. Alright, so we need 2 things of cigarettes. So let's go do that really quickly, because if I don't do it now, I'm gonna forget. Here. I'll buy 5. Buy the rocket. And I guess that's it. Alright, and then back to the prison. As you approach a bombed out street corner, you stumble across a cast iron statue. Yeah, we can't do anything with it. Alright, you. Wanna sell me that spatula? Yes. Alright, I suppose I can always get another spatula. Here you go, a makeshift prison spatula. Mysticality plus 7 damage. Alright, sure. And where was the dude in here that wanted smokes? Wasn't you? Was it? I think it was a juggler? Yes. Deals Moxie plus 7 physical damage and bleed. Okay, good weapon if we were a Moxie user, which we're not. Okay, the chiropractor. What's up, buddy? This guy basically looks like a doctor. Hi, I'm Swell. I'm Dr. Dixley. How can I help you? You're the prison physician? Close. I'm the prison chiropractor. What's the difference? Well, a physician treats ailments through specific medications and treatments tailored for that ailment. A chiropractor fixes everything by pushing on your spine. That's interesting. Can I get an adjustment? Certainly, exchange for one of my gift certificates. All right. Great, just lie down on the table here. This is safe, right? I'm a little nervous about letting someone mess with the bones that contain the nerves that let my head communicate with the rest of my body. Look, just because the science was developed by a man who didn't believe in vaccines or even germs, and claimed the techniques were given to him by a ghost during a seance, and also I don't have any kind of actual legal medical degree, that doesn't make me a quack, okay? I know what I'm doing. Plus science and seance are basically the same word. Dr. Dixley, oh god. He twists your spine into a new configuration. Ah, oof, ah! You gain the effect well adjusted. Your spine is exactly where it's supposed to be, for once. Well, I do feel better. I guess that's all that matters. This poster is labeled bones and things that can go wrong with them. This adds a very small amount of spa-like ambiance. Okay, I gotta do my chiropractor rant. I'm sorry, I can't not. Chiropractors scare the shit out of me. Like, massage therapy? Sure, fine. Cold day in hell. Like, I know people that swear by chiropractors. I work at, you know, I work at UPS. We sling boxes and there's a lot of physicality to that and people have fucked up backs there. And I know plenty of folks that are like, yeah, no, my chiropractor is like my best friend. I would never in a million years let one of them do anything to my back. Oh my god. Hello. Seems like this guy's enjoying his mopping. Hi, I'm Swell. That is correct, Poyle, yes. What that dude just said, that they have no, like, medical licenses or anything, is true. Would I let you do things to my back? I mean... You can't say that on stream, Ela, you naughty cat boy. Hi, I'm Swell. Hey there, I'm Moppy. Weird coincidences that your parents named you that, and here you are mopping. It's a nickname. People call me that because I like to mop floors. Oh! I assumed it was gonna be a comedic reversal. Tattoo it? Yeah, Ela could totally tattoo my back. Totally. He's a good artist. I like Ela's art. Hell yeah. I would sport an Hila tattoo. Should I have a nickname? I feel like a hip prison nickname like yours would help me fit in. I'm happy to suggest one if you want. Sure, hit me. Margarine, maybe? Try again. Idaho? No. How does Mad Train grab ya? Cummerbund? Postmodernism? Robert Frost? Dishwater? You look like a Peepers to me. Dingus? Fudge? Rumpelstiltskin? Sandwich? Broccoli? Fountainhead? Lungs? Kludge. Kludge is a good one. Friend of mine's mom found out she has osteocarcinoma. Laid down, got an adjustment, and crushed fractured a vertebrae. Cancer leached the calcium out of that bone. Oof. Oof. You'll tattoo a rude word in German on your back. I could totally see Hila doing that, yes. Swell, drippy. Nickelback. Terrible. You look like a pudgy to me. I don't even want to know what that means, Hila. Like the Chinese tattoos. Yes, where somebody's like, yeah, I want a Chinese tattoo for hope or whatever, and it says like, you know, sweet and sour chicken. Exactly. How about boner? That's it. I love it. You got it. Welcome to the family, boner. Black Forest cake cherry. All right. Written upside down across your shoulders. If you forgot my name is Swell. Oh, God. I will never regret this. If you ever need information, boner, just ask me. I overhear all kinds of stuff while I'm mopping. That's good to know. Thanks. See you later, Moppy. A generous chemical company has donated toxic waste for the prisoners to enjoy. The rocks are cold and distant. We reach out to them. They open up to us and we get some frosty flakes. Hello. This guy's having some kind of wild time. Hi there, I'm Boner. Hi, I'm Vinny. I like your weird ball. First time I ever heard that. Yeah, I had to invent this because we haven't got a basketball hoop. I see. Any chance I could buy that? Give it to you for a cracker. Never mind. This guy seems pretty good at lifting weights. Hi, I'm Boner. Hey, I'm Bruno. Guess I can't think of anything to ask you. See you around. See you, Boner. Is our name Boner in our... Okay, no, it's still... Swell McSwelling. Swell McSwellington. Good God. Breathing is difficult sometimes. We have so many perks. I was wondering, because this page, you know, it's just like the 4x4, and so I was wondering if they were going to do the same thing in here. But no, they have a scroll bar, which means that, like, we could have had more perks in here, game. I could have had more cheese puns that I could unlock through experience point expenditure, and you've taken that from me. And now I've got, I don't even know, 916 experience points and only silly things to expend them on. Item drops and meat drops. And spooky armor. Let's just crank up our meat drops. There. This prisoner seems determined to eat more pepper than food. I can respect that. Pepper's delicious. Hi there, I'm Boner. Hey, I'm Nora. Doctor appointment in 2 minutes. Good luck, Pokey. Take it easy. My spice jar. I need this one so I can keep eating here without dying of boredom. I have a similar gadget I can sell you, though. She shows you an elaborate mechanical pepper mill. I made it in the prison machine shop, but I decided I prefer a traditional shaker. I'll give it to you for a cracker. All right, fine. I'm gonna go back and buy more crackers. One, two, three. Where am I going? I just like reflexively leaving the area. All right, give me the spice jar. Maybe I can trade this for some decent food. Deal your moxie and hot damage to all enemies and heal your team for the same amount. Ooh. I wish these things weren't all scaling off moxie. I wish they scaled off of my mysticality so I could crank it up to like 90 and then just nuke an entire world with spices. Without even looking at you, the man slops a dollop of slop onto a plate and hands it to you. Persian slop. 7 max HP and 4 spooky armor. Alright. Sign of the counter says 1 slop per customer. Hello, Cell. Welcome in. Okay, that guy wants nothing to do with us. She wants to kill us. He's ignoring us. All right, I think we might be done here. I want to say that we can buy this thing from this guy, though. Basketball on a string. Deal your moxie and physical damage 3 times in a row. So that would let us deal 8, 16, 24 damage, which is pretty good. But I think I've got single target damage pretty well in hand. All right, so I guess we're done here then. Ah, we have found it. We are going to drink the shadow in this one as well. We open all of our mouths and drink greedily of the pillar's flow. Is this actually like doing anything? No, our shadow taint is still 6. Ooh. No. Moxie beats mysticality by a magnitude that would make you question the very fabric of reality. It's cotton, by the way. I'm so confused. Alphonse crunches down next to a gutter and rubs some of the mud between his fingers and sniffs it. It glistens black, not with oil, but with what you've come to recognize as the shadow stuff. He grunts and smears stripes of the mud across his face in a chest like war paint. Not pictured. Ready now. Well, okay, should I do that too? No, human skin, weak skin, itchy rash. No thanks. All right, Alphonse is tanking up a little bit. Hello? What will you do on a rainy day when your house is on fire? How will you get out? When you're on the train, who will save you? What do you mean when my house is on fire? This isn't him. I understand. You want this telephone or shall I burn it? Give it. Give it to me. Did I get the answer wrong? So confused. The door to the army recruitment office is square, olive drab, and menacing, just like the army itself. Heyo! It won't budge. Probably just as well. You have 0 interest in joining the military. The soda machine has knocked itself over in an act of conscientious objection. Any soda left? Yes, but only one. Modern army soda. This car is in great shape, except for one thing. You find yourself in front of a foreboding building, the crumbling ruin of some old government office. Its bureaucrats now replaced with regular rats. We explore it. You poke through the saddled offices and hallways, lamenting the fall of the reliable old structures we once depended on. Is this really the future? You sigh. Let's put that army soda on a tray. Nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Steve MREs? Good shit. Couple of minutes later, you find an old safe full of meat, and your mood improves dramatically due to the short-term windfall. All right, we drink the shadow on this one as well. All right. What's the PDQ? You can't get inside, someone swiped the steps. Nothing at all interesting in here, time to move on. All right. Well, we might as well go to the last place. You encounter the stone foundation of a bakery that appears to have suffered some kind of massive explosion. Let's see how it feels. The foundation knows it's strong, but it regrets not being strong enough to save the rest of the bakery from the massive explosion. Next time it will try harder. Oh, is this just another fight? Want to hop on stage and join in the terrible show? Yes. What do we have here? Graceful ballerina, powerful ballerina, mystical ballerina, and a deranged nutcracker. We have to kill them all. Ballerina's literally the devil. Light them on fire. Okay then. We got ballet slippers, walk like a ballet dancer, a swan cake, and a smoldering tutu. Interesting. All right, time to go to the Black House. We can't do anything with the statues, sadly. You rush into the foyer of the Black House. Murray leads you upstage and up the corridor and down a flight of stairs to a huge basement laboratory. The room is dominated by a massive, writhing tear in space, seemingly confined to umbratanium. Umbratanium is a cool word, I like it, but it is very difficult to say. The president is typing furiously at a computer console nearby, but she turns around momentarily when you enter. She glares at you, practically hissing. I knew I shouldn't have trusted that idiot Noel to deal with you. And I noticed the shadow flow has dropped back to ambient levels. I assume that was your doing. Yeah, I busted your weird pillars and now I'm busting you. Oh no, I'd be real upset if you weren't too late. Oh, nuts. Yeah, nuts to you. The portal is open, and after I make these last few calibrations, the Emperor of all Shadows will be summoned to this plane to kneel before me. I will rule this universe not as a president of shadows, but the Empress. Wow, that's a much bigger goal than I was expecting. Busting makes her feel good. Ela. God damn it. Yes, well, go big or go home, right? Anyway, don't try to stop me. Without my attention at this console to keep the reaction steady, this thing could implode and turn the whole tri-state area into a smoking crater. Geez, well, okay. Mind if I have a look around? Sure, whatever. Just don't pester me unless you want everything you've ever heard of to die. Alright. Anyways. We can do some cooking. But we can't make anything I care about. A lot of engineering and occult books, nothing catches your eye. Bed hasn't been slept in for weeks. We can make some stuff. Cooking, sure, yeah. It's like they're giving me a chance to prepare before the boss fight or something. Murray's holding something weird. What's that thing? An unbratanium bomb. I cobbled it together from parts I found laying around while you were distracting the president. Good job. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, that was intentional, but what's your plan exactly? From what she said, it sounded pretty bad to mess with this stuff. She's trying to summon something, right? I figure by applying enough pressure at just the right time, we can reverse the flow and make it an out portal instead of an in portal. I get it. So it'll suck her out into space and no more problem. Well, not exactly. Or rather, yes, but that's not the end of it. We also have to take care of whatever's waiting on the other side of the portal. Oh, you're saying I have to go through and fight it, aren't you? Well, I don't know if it'll be a literal fight or what, but yeah, that's the long and short of it, kiddo. This is the end game. There's no coming back from this. Are you ready? Well, actually, let me be more explicit. This is literally the end game. Once I set off this bomb and you go through that portal, you can't come back and the game ends one way or another, but nothing gets saved after you go, so you can reload back to here and keep playing afterwards. I don't really understand what you mean by that. That's okay, kiddo. I wasn't really talking to you. I love the fourth wall breaking. That's the thing, is that this is totally like in character for Kingdom of Loathing. Alright, I'm ready, let's do it. Okay, it was good seeing you again, kiddo. I think I got this bomb wired so I can toss it and set it off from here by overloading the other woozit, which hopefully won't end up getting me killed, but whatever happens, you gotta jump through right away. I don't know how much time you'll have. Geez, okay. Be careful. You too, kiddo. Ready? Yeah. Here goes nothing. Jump hole, kill God. We are officially a JRPG protagonist, chat. You and Alphonse and the president and her machines and a sizable chunk of the floor appear in the middle of a pale void lit by the just arrived light of stars that burned out uncountable eons ago. Ah, no, what did you do? Throw a little monkey wrench into your plans. Don't try to act cool about this. You don't have the slightest idea of the power you're messing with. Oh yeah, like what? Ooh. Welcome, playthings. You look over to the right where you see a hovering swarm of giant mouths and eyes. You get the feeling that this is your brain's best attempt to render what you're actually seeing in a way that won't simply annihilate your mind. In particular, that. Oh, was this horrible ordeal just a giant monkey's paw? Like, did I achieve ultimate power, but also curse to be constantly surrounded by morons? Hey, the portal frame still looks intact. Maybe I can reopen it and fix this. Oh, you can get us back? I can get me back and then continue with my plan to summon the Emperor to our universe under controllable conditions as intended. Yes. What if I don't want you to do that? Do I look like someone who gives a hot crap about what you want? Go away. Go die in the void. Geez, somebody's cranky. All right. The Umbritanium portal frame, let's look at it. It is incomprehensible to us. We inspect the portal frame, but can't think of anything to do with it that would help, which implies that you missed some optional stuff, but that's what replays are for. Ooh, okay. Hello. Be not afraid. Hi. Welcome to my realm. What are you? I am what the shadow is the shadow of. Nice job, if you can get it. It's a living. Claim your throne. Oh, yes. Now I take your place. Ha! Not quite. You are me. You always were. Uh-oh, we become. Your shadow has arrived. Press any key. Enter. I am here. I don't know if I'm supposed to still press keys. I think I am, maybe. Press a key, yes. Rejoice. Yes. Become me. I think we're absorbing the world, chat. Ha, ha, ha. I am here. Forever. Forever. Rejoice. I am here. Yes. Oh, is it just like randomly? No, here we go. Embrace me. Behold. Glory unto me. Yes. Yes. Join me. I'm curious about that house. Embrace me. The end. Wow. Okay. Well, that was Shadows Over Loathing. I mean, I think this was a great game. Doubly so since there are apparently multiple endings into it. And not only are there multiple endings, I'm curious what would have happened if we got there and we hadn't become like super shadow tainted. But yeah, I don't know. I think this was really good. I've heard that this is better than the first one, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's entirely like if it's mechanically better, storyline, etc., etc., etc. But yeah, I would recommend this, certainly. And again, the multiple endings is reason to be like, hey, go and buy this and play it yourself. I'm sure, you know, there's fun stuff to be had here.